Welcome to The Current. We are here today with Jack Williams, Executive Director of Berks Coalition to End Homelessness. Jack, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Tony, thanks for having me.
BCEH, since 1995, has been a big presence in our communities. And the main goal of BCEH is to end homelessness in Berks County and Reading. Jack, we'd like to hear your story and hear the great things you've been doing with the community.
So thanks. The coalition, it's kind of a funny thing because we're basically a government organization because the Washington D.C. and the federal government says, hey, we need to fight homelessness, but we need boots on the ground locally. Mm-hmm. And what are the issues? What are the factors that happen that are creating homelessness in your specific area? And that's what we do. So they basically anoint somebody, like that government anoints us, and they say, okay, you take care of these things. The money and the federal funding that flows through to organizations that fight homelessness, like Opportunity House, mm-hmm. Hope Rescue Mission, Safe Berks, organizations like that. So we're supposed to sit at the 40,000-foot level, right? We're supposed to be the policymakers, identifying areas where there's holes in the safety network, right? Or spotting trends. We collect all the data. So we know if you called us up or you checked on our website and you said, well, you know, what was homelessness like in 2015, or what did COVID do in 2021 right. to affect homelessness? We have that data. Okay. So after we do those things, then we can get into the meat and potatoes of actually trying to help people in services or one-on-one types of issues.
Gotcha. So you work in partnership with the other organizations that you...
That's why it's called a coalition, right? Because we need all these other organizations to fulfill the many different facets. What we find most often, Tony, is most community members, when you think of a homelessness issue, you kind of think of that mind's eye perspective of that guy in the street, mm-hmm. kind of a male. Maybe a little bit older, maybe a little dishaven and with a sign, right?
Sure.
And that's the public image that homelessness has. But homelessness is so much farther, wider, deeper than that image that they have. And unless you dig in and find out what's happening and why it's happening and where it's happening, who it's happening to, you just follow that myth.
Sure.
Is why.
Sure. So what can we do to help?
And the really cool thing about it is Berks County is a really, really giving, caring community. If they know of the need, if they understand the need, they will help. Okay. Hats, gloves, coats, we distribute them or give them out. We give them out individually to clients that we see, or we give them out to organizations that see more people on a
sure.
daily basis. We hand out new sleeping bags, right? Mm-hmm. We hand out new tents,
right?
We hand out new blankets,
right?
Obviously, we'd prefer them to go to shelter. Obviously, we'd prefer them to go into a permanent housing solution, sure. like an apartment or at least a room in a boarding house. But if there's no other solution available to at that time, yeah. we want to give you some resource that can get you through that night. So all those kinds of new donations. When we have private funding, then we can help those individuals where our public and our government funding won't allow.
Sure.
Where someone comes in and says, "Listen, I can get in a new apartment, I can get, and I've got a job offer, but my car's broken down. I can't work. Right. I can't get to the job, and if I can't get to the job, I can't afford right. the apartment."
Cycle.
So we oftentimes will use private funding like that, private donations to fix the car, to put the car back on place, or to pay for a week's worth of daycare so that the children can be taken care of, so that the parents can go to work and flip that cycle, flip that switch back into something more positive
sure. with
a good positive outcome, hopefully.
Sure. Thank you for everything you guys are doing. We appreciate it. And for the next 3 months, every account roundup, every piece of swag we sell in our branches, and our claw machine. Every dollar you put in that claw machine is going directly to Berks Coalition to End Homelessness. So Jack, thank you so much for your time. And if you want to make your life a little easier, keep following The Current.